Hi and welcome to another Old Man in His Shed video. Today we're going to attempt to replace the traction tyres on this Graham Farish British Rail Standard Class 5 mixed traffic locomotive, model number 372725 in the British Rail Standard green, lined green with lake crests. Traction tyres are located on this pair of wheels, one either side. So, why would you need to change your traction tyres? Well, they are very thin rubber tyres designed to improve the traction, by their name, of the locomotive. Especially in engage, locomotives, especially steam locomotives, tend to be a little bit light. And so to pull more realistic loads of coaches and wagons, they fit traction tyres to help improve the tractive force. Problem is, traction tyres can wear out. Multiple reasons for why they wear out. Let's go through some of the most common ones. Quite literally age. It's a very thin rubber tyre. And with age, rubber deteriorates. So simply it could be your loco's old and need changing. Heat and cold is a common thing to degrade the traction tyres. Do you have a layout in your loft or in your garage, in the shed? It can get very, very hot and cold in either of those locations. Sometimes too hot for you. If it's too hot for you or too cold for you, it can be too hot or too cold for the traction tyres. Stress overload. Here's another common killer of traction tyres. Got your nice new loco out. You want to find out how many wagons it can pull. You keep loading them up, or coaches, keep loading them up until it sits there spinning its wheels, or it'll start to pull okay, go around a bend, bends increase the tractive effort, and then halfway around the bend it starts spinning its wheels. While it's spinning its wheels, it's generating heat. That again can degrade your tyres to the extent that they might pop off. Contamination, here's a common one. Do you watch YouTube videos? There's a lot of people telling you what to clean your track with to improve the electrical conductivity. Some of these things that people who should know better telling you to use really shouldn't be anywhere near a layout. Here's a common one. Track Magic, sold by Deluxe Materials. Cleans your track and improves the electricity conductivity, they claim. Yeah, it also leaves a very, very fine oil coating, which can leave your loco spinning on its wheels and can also damage the tyres. Things not sold for layout use but are starting to be introduced by people who should know better. Here's another one, Deoxy. It's a contact cleaner, a switch cleaner. It leaves a fine lubricant behind. It shouldn't be anywhere near the track. Inox. Here's another nasty one that people who should know better are starting to promote for track cleaning usage. Again, it might improve the electrically conductivity of your track, but again it leaves a fine oil-like coating behind, which will kill your traction tyres. Keep it away. Want to clean your track? Use a fine track rubber and isopropyl alcohol on a clean cloth. That's all you need. So, here's our subject. The Graham Farish British Rail Standard Class 5 Mixed Traffic Locomotive, model 372725. Traction tyres are mounted to these two wheels. To get them off, it's simply a case of undo this little tiny bolt, slip the old tyres off, slip the new ones on. How difficult can that be? Now, if this was a depot locomotive, in your box amongst your spares, you will probably find a spare set of traction tyres and this little fella. You've always wondered what that is. It's actually a little hex nut spinner for removing this nut on Dapple locomotives. But of course this is a Graham Farish locomotive, so it doesn't fit. Graham Farish don't include things like that. They don't include traction tyres. You have to buy a set of traction tyres. Here's a set for the British Rail Standard 5, part number 379424. You get a reasonable amount in your bag, so it should last you a few years. Let's open the bag up and remove 2 tyres so we can see what we're working with. There's one. There's 2. Right. Tyres are on here. And we've got to undo that nut. It's a 2mm nut. So I use something like this. Or something like this. Also a 2mm. And it's simply a case of undo the nut, take the screw, put it somewhere safe. Now if we go over to the close-up camera, might give you a better view. First thing we've got to do is get the old traction tyre off. Like I say, it's probably fallen off anyway. It's just a case of pick it off the rim and pull it off. And here it is. Move that away for a second. There's the old traction tyre. Here's the new one. You can see how much that's stretched. The new one will quite happily fit inside it. Okay. Put the old one away so we don't try and refit that. So again, putting it on. First thing to do, make sure it goes underneath the connecting rod. This is not a job for the faint-hearted, but there you go, it's under. Now if we use something like a dental pick, you can coax it between the wheel rim and the brake. Hopefully. Get it over the one end and then just, yep. And then try to coax it around the wheel rim. Make sure you don't get any twists in it. And make sure it sits in the groove that's machined in the tyre, in the wheel. And there you go. And now it's just a case of get the connecting rod back on its spigot. Find the screw you put safe. Or a bolt rather, it's not a screw. place it back, and then with your nut spinner make sure you don't cross thread it. Yep. Just screw it back in. Now when it reaches the bottom of the thread, just stop. Don't try and give the old mechanics, bottom it out and then give it a quarter of a turn, because you will snap the nut off, the top of the head of the nut off. Okay, so that's one side done. Wasn't too difficult, haven't broken anything. Now the other side. Again, undo the nut. Take out the tiny screw, put it safe. Remove the traction tyre from its rim. Get the replacement. Again, place it under the connecting rod. Start it off. And then with your pick or cocktail stick, whatever you're using, coax it over the rim. And into place. Almost out. That's come off. Try again. Swear at it occasionally. This one wants to fight. Start again. The problem is you're trying to get it between the wheel rim and the plastic brake without breaking the brake. Let's come over the spigot. There we go. That's gone on all the way around. Check, make sure it's not twisted. And put the con rod back in place. Get your nut spinner ready. And your screw. Almost there. And again, just do it up until it bottoms out, and then stop. Don't go any further because you will snap it. And there you go. That's the 2 traction tyres fitted. Just needs a quick run on the rolling road to ensure they're bedded in. But other than that, over on it. There we are, we're done. And we didn't break anything. That's got to be a bit of a record, isn't it, for the old man in the shed? Right, well, thank you very much for watching. Hope this has been of help. Bye.